Hi, I'm Daniel Kingsley from Presence Training, and this is my guide to the principles of authentic public speaking. So the first principle is to stop performing and start connecting. Stop performing and start connecting. What do I mean when I say stop performing and start connecting? Well, the way most people do public speaking is that they assume that they've got to put on an act, they've got to put on a persona in order to speak in front of an audience. So instead of speaking to an audience the way maybe I'm speaking to you now, they would be putting on this stance, this body stance, this voice. They would say, now this is what I'm going to tell you. These are the principles. This is what I've got to say. And it's an act, it's a false. It's not the way they would speak to any ordinary human being. They've actually put a filter in front of themselves. They've assumed that in order to speak to an audience, they need to be someone different from who they usually are. Now, the advantage of performing is that you're hiding behind a character, so people don't get to see the real you. So I guess people might think, well, if they don't like me, at least they're not disliking me, they're just disliking the character. And some people feel safer hiding behind a character. The disadvantages are, well, there are lots of disadvantages. Firstly, is it's a lot of energy to be constantly projecting a character to the world. You've got to remember who they are. You've got to actually pull it all together. It's a tiring thing to do. The second disadvantage is it makes you feel isolated from the audience. You know it's not really you. You know you're pretending. And given that you know you're pretending, there's the fear that you're going to get caught out and they're going to see who you really are underneath this character. And that makes people feel insecure. It certainly, when I used to do that, it used to make me feel more insecure. The third disadvantage is you feel cut off from the audience. You don't feel that connection with the audience. And more importantly, they don't feel that connection with you, so they're much less likely to care about what you've got to say. So the first part of stop performing, start connecting is stop performing. Let go of trying to be somebody different when you're in front of an audience. Let go of the idea that you need to actually put on a persona in order to connect with an audience. Connect with an audience more the way you would connect with a friend or a group of friends or a group of trusted colleagues. So if you were just explaining an idea to a group of colleagues who you knew were interested, how would you explain it to them? There'd probably be enthusiasm, there'd probably be excitement, but there'd be no need to actually put on a persona. So that's stop performing. Start connecting is slightly different. It actually requires you to get interested in the connection between you and the audience. So you're not chucking words at an audience, but you're actually enjoying the fact that the two of you are connecting, and you're sharing, again, very similarly to the way you would share with a friend. So you're not just chucking stuff at them, but you're actually enjoying the connection with them. And the more you enjoy the connection with your audience, the more connected you'll feel to them, the more connected they will feel to you. Paradoxically, by allowing the connection to be as important or more important than the content that you're speaking, more of your content is actually going to get through to your audience. So this is, I could talk about this at much, much greater length, but this is the essence of that principle of stopping performing and starting connecting. And it is something which, if you are able to implement it in your public speaking, will make public speaking much more relaxing for you, much more enjoyable for you, but also an awful lot more enjoyable and impactful for your audience. So I hope you've enjoyed the first of these principles of authentic public speaking. If you have, please do like and share this video. Do subscribe to our channel and come and visit us at presencetraining.co.uk. And I will see you next time for the next of the principles of authentic public speaking.